Hello guys! Yesterday I found a spot of oil under my truck, and when I followed the leak I found out that one of the cooler line between the transmission and the oil cooler is leaking. I've checked online and it doesn't seem like anybody are selling this type of line, so I've looked at my local auto parts just to see that the parts is 150 bucks. And the part is very simple. It's just two metal tube with a rubber hose at the ends and a special clip to clip on the other parts of the hose that go into the transmission. So I thought of a way cheaper solution to fix that. Let me show you. But if we look at the diagram, this piece or this oil cooler system is made from two sections. We have number 2 here, we have the clip air there, and we have another piece of piping that going to this cooler here, the small cooler here, with some special clip in the union there. This section is made from rubber hoses, as well as the section that attaching to the radiator here, and there, and also here at the other end of the oil cooler. So what I will do, I will cut both tube where the metal is still good, so probably just here after or before this clip, and I will replace the entire thing with rubber hose from the clip here to the cooler or to the radiator here, and also to the oil cooler here. I won't touch this section because it's already made from rubber, but I will replace both these clips with a full rubber hose going at the oil cooler here and at the radiator here, so I will avoid any possible leak in the future, because at the moment it's leaking right here under this clip. So by replacing the entire system, I will avoid leak in the union there, but also another future leak here under the clip or under these clip here, which they are also bolted on the frame. I will cut there where the metal is still good. I will make sure there's no piece or shaving of metal that going in the system, because it can damage the transmission. But from there I will go fully rubber hose until the rad and until the oil cooler. So this is the job for today, so let's jump to it right away. Okay, so I have one of the pipe going here at the bottom of the radiator, and the other pipe is going here at the bottom of the transmission oil cooler. As you can see, it's a rubber hose crimped to the metal pipe or metal tube. The same on this side, it's a rubber hose crimped to a metal tube. And we can already see that it's full of rust down there, but I will show you from underneath. They're leaking in that clamp there, but I think it's also leaking in the support there or in the junction, in the coupling. I'm not sure, but it's very rusty. While if I go just a little toward the back of the truck, they're in pretty good condition past the rubber hose. So I will cut it there and I will install two new hoses. I don't have much room to access the hose there, so to cut these things I will have to go from on the hood, over the truck, under the hood. Again, here you can see that the hoses are pretty clean. I will still clean them and sand them before installing the rubber hose with the clips, so there's no possible leaks. I'd rather try to join them from underneath. It would be way easier because here it's pretty far under the hood. but I think it's the only access I have unless I go directly at the transmission. But it will be a lot of rubber hose, a very long rubber hose, and I don't have that long. I only bought 6 feet because on a first look I thought only one hose, one section of the lines were gone or damaged, but it seems like both sides are gone, so I need to replace both. Okay, I got one done. The one that I'm sure it was leaking is done. It's crimped at the radiator here, and it's tight where I cut the pipe. So now I'm getting ready to cut the second one. It will be a little shorter since it's pretty close. It's come out here and connect underneath the oil cooler. So I have one done, there's only one to go. Now it's done, it's connected at the bottom of the oil cooler and at the bottom of the radiator. So, and it's also connected under the hood down there. So the next step is to go underneath the truck again and remove the whole assembly. I've reinstalled all the intake piping from the turbo, the intake, all of these. I showed you earlier, they're both connected down there. I don't know if you can see. And they're connect here. It's connect on the bottom of the oil cooler and it's connect on the bottom of the radiator. Okay, for the old parts, this one will have still be good. This is the front section. This is the front section. This is the piece that I cut that's going to the transmission. It's the rear section, and it's still moving, so I would have been able to remove the coupling with my tools and reuse the rear section. But this one here, it's stuck in the rust. It doesn't move at all, so even if I wanted to disconnect this coupling from the front line, I wouldn't be able to, and I will have to replace from the front, from the oil cooler or from this section all the way to the transmission, because this piece is going at the transmission is the side I cut, and since I can't remove this coupling here or this joint, I would have to replace all the way to the transmission. So it will be a good $300 or $400 just in parts, because with the pandemic it seems like they boosted the price on every item. I would save a lot of money because it cost me about $30 for this 6 feet of hose. But now I'm ready to start the engine and see if it's still leaking. Cross my finger that it doesn't leak, because I don't want to remove all the piping of the intake and I don't want to go under the truck again. So I cross my finger that everything's working. So this is it, guys. I just start and let the truck run for 5-10 minutes and there's no leak, everything works fine. So I'm happy I go this way instead of ordering parts, because I would have been stuck with a part missing, since I would have need to order the rear section as well, because the joint or the union was completely seized with the front section. So I'm glad I did what I did, and it cost me about $30, $35 with the taxes. So this is it for now. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified as soon as I will release another video on my F-150. So on this, I wish everybody a great day and see you later. Bye.